Today is test day. Test day in the sense of we're going to test both the goggles and the half helmet. We have the plasma cutter set up, earth clamp. I'm going to do some test cuts to see what speeds and feeds work and what the slag looks like. And I'll mount it on the tripod so you're looking at it, and we'll go from there. Alright, everything's set up. I just tested the air. We have air. I'm gloving up. I'm using alright. Alright, that was at 15 amps. The goggles worked fine. My cut is not so fine. So as you can see, it looks like a thinner cut here, wider cut there, and we've got plenty of slag. So I'm going to try going faster as well as slower. Looks like almost the same. So I'm going to try going really fast. Alright, so fast, didn't cut through. A lot less slag. So I'm going to bump up the air pressure. Actually, you know what? I'm going to adjust the We're at 15. I'm going to go to 19 and see what that does. Okay, so I didn't touch air pressure, but moving it up to 19 gave me less slag and a much cleaner cut. So I'm going to bump that up a little more. I'm going to go back to 19 and I'm going to slow the cut. And I'm also going to try the new, so it looks like maybe it's an air pressure thing for the slag. So I'm going to test higher air pressure. Alright, I have the other goggles on. Whoa. Oh, that's interesting. So when the light bounced off of here, it auto darkened my goggles. That's kind of cool. Let's put that over there. So we know the auto darkening works. We're at 19 and high 30s on the PSI. So I'm trying to find the off button. And it's not easy to find. There it is. All right, so I would say that I'm going to decrease the air pressure. I mean, the cut's getting clean, but I think that's because of the setting at 19. So I am going to freehand cut in here so as not to waste any more. But I'm going to lower the air pressure. I think the air pressure is too high. All right, so we're under 30. We're in the 20s. I'm checking my compressor here. Compressor's fine. Flip down the auto ducting. I actually like the other, for this particular notice how thick the line is. I'm going to try that again with a faster cut. Alright, so it looks like with this thin aluminum, the slag is what it is. But I think the lower pressure gave me a cleaner cut. So obviously we would cut on this side and then deal with the slag on that side. So I think we're good. Still a little hot. Warm to the touch, not necessarily hot. So I'm going to cut this out so that this isn't dangerous anymore. Actually, no, I'll get the other piece and trim that. So back in a few. All right, the other piece was not as bad as I thought it was. So I'll continue on this piece, but I'm going to try and draw a straight line, or I'm going to try and follow a straight line and see where that goes. So I'm centering the wood on this line. Maybe I should make the line a little bit thicker. That's a hot piece of steel there. But in terms of the slag, that came out good. So we'll do a little bigger piece. Okay, so I think, let me change that to post touch because we're done. So centering the torch right on the line, you can see there's no more line, so that means I cut right on the line. There's the beginning of the line. So that means I cut the line very cleanly. And I'm going to try one cut with like a circle edge to see how that goes. Let's see how easy freeform worked. And then I'll probably do it using the cup as my guide, the metal cup. And I still have plenty of a little choppy in the beginning, but I got my groove. Now I'll try and do it. Alright, so obviously using a template was a lot cleaner than freehand. Jerky because the torch offset is obviously hitting the bumps here. But this was cleaner, and then knocking this down with a file or the grinder should not be an issue. I did, for this purposes, like these goggles better. And it looks like my driveway is full of flakes. So we're going to call this done, and I'm going to get this out of the sun. Recap time. So from a goggles perspective, I like the fact that the auto darkening worked like a charm. A little getting used to finding where that switch was. A little more restrictive in terms of airflow because obviously it's covering more of the face. So I think this is a better application for welding than plasma cutting because of where the flame and all the sparky sparks go. As you can see, I've got a garage driveway full of molten now. So I would say these get the win for plasma cutting. Very easy to flip up and down. So, and they had the right amount of darkening for, you know, there was never a concern about my eyes. So I'm going to say that the El Cheapos are better for plasma cutting for me, and the more expensive auto darkening for welding. As far as cuts go, it was a combination of trying to deal with speeds. Excuse me, that's my sparkling water coming back because I'm hot. So the thickness of the cut correlated to how slow and or fast the drag was. And obviously, you know, me trying to do something freehand was a little cheesier than using a guide. So when I do the final cuts for the second diamond plate that I'm going to pick up, the reason for the plasma cutter, one of the reasons for the plasma cutter, and this was just way too fast. Way too fast. So I think just a nice draw gives me the cut, and obviously with a good guide. So I would clamp down the guide for my real cuts. Again, this was just a test, so holding the guide, that's why you see less than perfectly straight. But you know, I did get a good cut. Now the slag didn't seem to change a whole lot depending on my setting, so I settled on a setting of 20 with a high 20s on the airflow. That seemed to work adequately. So we'll leave it at that. And my freeform cuts, this was the metal tin, and this was my freeform. Again, very jaggedy. Again, because it's the, you know, as the tip drags across these bumps on the diamond plate, it catches. So it's not smooth. So, you know, maybe the idea is to use a raised piece of whatever that the torch catches. So that might be an idea, but that might make it too high to actually cut. So half a dozen of one, 6 of another. But I think using a guide that's actually clamped so it can't move and I can put more pressure against it will work better. But as you can see, the slag only took 30 seconds on a grinder to get down to you know, to where it's nothingness. And again, when that's sitting in the bottom of the saw cabinet, I don't think that'll be very visible. I might even take a sander to put a bevel on there, because the grinding a bevel is a little challenging because it's so destructive. But grinding that down won't be a problem. So the diamond plate that I will pick up, not from, and for those of you who have not yet seen my diamond plate fail videos, I'll be getting it from a different source. And once you see those videos, you'll know why. But the diamond plate that I will be using, in fact, let me show you the form that I made. Back in a second. This is my template that I made, and I don't remember what this is called. Some kind of board. What is, maybe the name's on here. Hardboard, backer board. I can't remember what it's called. It's got a dull side and it's got a smooth side, and I've used this for other projects as well. But what I did was this was you know, a leftover piece, a previous project's remnants. So I cut it down. 19 1/4 is the inside end to end on all four. So left side, right side, right side. If you were to use this and do it on all four sides, this fits in the gap of all four sides of the inside of the cabinet. So what I will do is I will take the new diamond plate, and obviously there's no need to cut 2 of the sides, so I will cut the left side and the bottom side to 19 1/4, and then once I match that up, you know, I will then, you know, let's say that, you know, that's what it turns out to be. I will then trace that and then put, you know, some type of guide like I did with this side, so that it's not freeform janky, and then I will plasma cut that. Some may say, why don't you just do the bandsaw? You know, the bandsaw, when it gets to a run, it likes to do its thing. So, you know, especially trying to turn, you know, this is 0.63 millimeters thick, so it's easy to make a mistake, as I did with cutting the previous version multiple times. So the idea is to use the template, try and get as clean a cuts as possible on the circular corners as well as the remaining 2 edges. And again, that should be okay with a guide. And my thought is, even if I have to snap it to break clean, doing the grinder will take care of those edges. So this should come out pretty nice. So I will go ahead and order the diamond plate from a new place, not the place I ordered all of the other failures from, which again, that video is probably soon to be posted. So good stuff. More to come, and it's a long journey with this saw, because I've now had it 4 months, and I'm in no hurry to get it done because I'd like to get it done right. And I think when you see the finished product, you'll agree. Take care.